Last time we got to see the floor and the Corvair Lakewood station wagon really come together. That didn't seem difficult enough. Things are about to actually get complicated. Now, I knew the front seat brace was pretty well toast considering the amount of rust that was in the front footwell. This is all that is left of the front seat brace. The rearmost brace, though, that holds the rear of the front seat, seemed like it was a lot more salvageable, so I meticulously drilled out each spot weld, pulled it out of the car, and, well, then I turned it over. Now, I was a little sad as this is a pretty complicated piece to make, but it's going to be holding up quite a bit of weight. It's going to be holding up my hugeness as well as any passengers that sit three abreast in the front. I thought worst case scenario, I lop off the ends here and fix them up, but there's a lot of stuff going on underneath of it that I'll have to replicate, so it looks as though we will have to make new. Time to start making measurements so I can transfer everything to a cardboard template. I then realized there's a rather large tool in the back of my shop that will make, creating cardboard templates a whole lot easier on my back. I have a slick drafting table in the back of my workshop that I mostly use as a dry erase board and to sketch out some, ideas that need to get out of my brain. Here, I can use it perfectly to get precise measurements on my cardboard templates so I know where all my mounting points are, where my bead rollers are going to be, my bend points. It makes it a whole lot quicker, a whole lot easier, and I get to stand up straight so my back doesn't ache when I'm done. The drafting table made quick work of the template, and as we can see here, it fits nicely where it's supposed to go on the floor. Now I can mark the points from the template onto some steel. Then I can remove some steel in the right places and then add a third dimension. I had to make this piece in two halves because my bench-mounted metal brake wasn't wide enough to service this as a whole. Luckily, though, my welder can marry the two permanently, and we won't lose any structural integrity. With the halves joined, we can compare it to the original piece that came out of the car. I think it matches up pretty well, but let's see how it fits in the car. With the fit looking good, we can now focus on the mounting points for the seat. There are these 16 gauge metal plates that are underneath this brace. There's captive nuts welded to them, so it's easy to screw things together. So it's a nice, really stiff mounting point for the rear part of the seat to bolt to. I'm back at the drafting table to make a cardboard template for the plates. And here is that plate folded into 3 dimensions so we can get an idea of how it's going to look. We can get the plates cut out, bent up, welded up, then the whole brace can be coated in weld-through primer. The front brace is a lot easier. These two pieces here survive the march of time, so really it's just a matter of making an angled piece of steel that connects these two pieces together and connects them to the floor, like so. With the fit of both pieces looking really good, now I think it's time to go ahead and bond these in here permanently. With the weld cleaned back and some primer applied, that marks the end of all the fabrication work to the floor. Now it's just time for some top coat. Some chassis black, top and bottom, should do well to keep these floors from corroding in the future. At this point, I can start cleaning things up and get everything all degreased for what's in store in part 3. So thanks again for watching, and be sure to come back and see how this is going to be finished. Hello viewers, if you'd like to stay up to date on my camp wagon revival and see me revive other cars that have been forgotten about, click here. If you want to stay up to date on all the other projects that I've got going on, be sure you subscribe. and click the notification bell. Try to post as often as I can. Also, if you like guitars, check out my other channel here. I buy and sell old guitars, and the weirder the better. I have the same taste in cars as I do guitars. So thanks. Keep watching.